Today we want to look at Dracula, which is a favorite among many, myself included, and I just want to give you my top 3 Dracula movies and character portrayals. Dracula was actually portrayed by a Danish actor, Mr. Claes Bang. This man was exceptional. His acting was perfection. The way he portrayed Dracula was mesmerizing. I mean, this guy captured all emotions. He was every single characteristics and every single personality that you would think a Dracula possessed. He was charming, he was funny, he was mysterious, he was ruthless. You know, it was well done. It was well put together. It was amazing to see the character relations between him, Van Helsing, Jonathan. It was well, the way it was entwined. And movie would have to be Dracula Untold, which this was portrayed by the sexy Wales actor Luke Evans. It was a bit different from my number 3, Dracula. It showed the family side, it showed the leadership qualities, why he took that plunge of becoming a monster and selling his soul for protection of his people, his family. So it was a different take altogether in terms of Dracula portrayal. On to my number 1, drum roll please. It has to be none other than Bram Stoker's Dracula, which was released in 1992. Now, Dracula was portrayed by none other than the legendary Mr. Gary Oldman. Now, this movie is a literal classic. It was an exemplary cast, inclusive of Ken Reeves as Jonathan and Winona Ryder as Mina Harker. It was a well done movie and it is my all-time favorite. So,
good day everyone, Zaida here. I had to give you my take on Dracula, my top 3 on Dracula. My number 3 would have to be Dracula Untold. Now, Sophia already explained what it was, but it gave an interesting take on Dracula, his family, his story, his origins. There's betrayal, there's war, there's the concept of where he was raised in accordance to, and of course taken from Bram Stoker's Dracula. And that story from Wallachia and all these different things. Now, my 2 would be Dracula 2000 with Jared Butler. I thought he was an exceptional Dracula. He really brought to life a modern day, a pretty much modern approach to Dracula. The movie itself really brought fast vampires. The movie portrayed him as Judas. There's even clips of him during that time and of course during the Last Supper. And I thought it was a pretty good take on modern day approach to what we know as Dracula today. And here is my number 1. My number 1 would have to be Netflix's Dracula, that 3-part mini-series that was aired on Netflix and BBC One, featuring Claes Bang and Dolly Wells as Dracula himself, and of course Sister Agatha Van Helsing. And I thought it was pretty interesting because she is actually a predecessor of Van Helsing, Dracula's arch rival, and I thought it was a really good take on it. There's a lot of things involved in that 3-part series. Take a look.
Dracula from Netflix, the Netflix series, alright? And to me, I find it was well done. That was played by Claes Bang, alright? And very well done. However, the last episode to me was not the best. I didn't like the conclusion. However, the first 2 episodes were exceptionally good, alright? So number 2 basically goes to Van Helsing, which was taken from the year 2004. Played by Richard Roxburgh. He also had a very unique way of speaking. His theatrics, his accent, which was well done. Right. He also maintained a very traditional way of setting. The environmental setting was very good. It was very dark. Right. That was actually very, very well done as well. I also love the way in which he was able to integrate that aspect of Dracula, right, to other elements of darkness. For example, the dead, right, the form of the bat. To me, I find that was well done as well. All right, and also to maintain a very eerie Transylvanian setting, right. So that was well done. That was good. That was exceptional in my book. All right. Number one for me was basically Bram Stoker's Dracula, with Gary Oldman, who played the actor, by the way, who played Dracula. All right. He controlled that element of the mist and the darkness of the night and whatnot. It was, to me, I found it was very, very theatrical. It was very well done.
What? Honorable mentions? Nosferatu. It was a silent film done in 1922, after which there were many remakes, portraying Dracula as a lean, tall, monster-like figure. Dracula Dead and Loving It. Now, this portrayal of Dracula is not scary. It's not a Halloween film. It's actually a comedy. I mean, it's a Leslie Nielsen film. Names like Mel Brooks and Peter McNichol, you can't go wrong. You're in for a good laugh.
We could actually do candy orders now to family, friends, colleagues, just saying to see how much candies we can receive via mail or deliveries.
Because she's a descendant. She's a...
You understand? It was well.
She is actually a predecessor.
Johnny, there is no baby.